Why, hi there, I'm Ron Chuckett. Stand by for football. Let me get my thing up here. You see, I can't get um, everything in the same window without turning the stream on live. So hold on just 1 second. Manager. You see the numbers there. I'm quite impressed with that. Thank you all so much. Now, why aren't we doing live? Why aren't we doing live? Yeah, we are doing live. Okay. One moment. Because I can't change all this while it's on. And the name is wrong. All right. Can't do anything about that. Um, all right. So, I should just leave it up on our screen. So, live from Baltimore's Memorial Stadium. Get the right window open. Retro Sports Network presents a special presentation of Monday Night Football, the opening Monday night game of the year, 1978, the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Colts. The line is even only because Dallas and Baltimore haven't played yet, but the weather is going to be nice. It's going to be 72 degrees with light wind, 0 to 10, and no precipitation. Baltimore has won the toss, and they will receive. And we have a good one for you. It is, well, I thought we were going to have a good one for you, but there's no Burt Jones. It's Bill Troop as the quarterback for Baltimore. Roger Staubach hopes to defend his Super Bowl championship with Tony Dorsett in the background behind him. This is a run first, pass second offense for the Cowboys. The Colts, they're going to run the football a lot behind Joe Washington and McCauley. So let's see what happens, shall we? And this is what the Colts field looked like back in the 70s and early 80s. The kind of interesting hatch in the end zone and with the baseball field intact. Baltimore will return. Johnson is the returner. Washington and McCauley are the short men. Rafael Septien kicks it, and we are underway from Baltimore. Fielded at the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30, 35, 40. No flag. Washington for Dallas with the tackle at the 44-yard line after a gain of 38. I've got to go through and change that title because it came up as just another stream. Ah. Okay. So it's Joe Washington and Don McCauley in the backfield. Carr and Dowdy are the receivers. Alston is your tight end. And Troop. What can I tell you about Bill Troop? I can't tell you anything about Bill Troop right now. It is your quarterback. And it's going to be a trap right to Joe Washington. Dallas will blitz. Baltimore stays with the call. Washington gets to the 45 before D.D. Lewis makes the tackle. All right, so we're talking to a friend of mine about what happened at the U.S. Open today. That's not very smart. All right, not my friend, but what you just saw. Okay, first play from scrimmage, a gain of 2 on the play. And so it's going to be Roger Carr. They're going to try to pass to him on a medium slant. Dallas will play for the run. Troop to throw. He's flush from the pocket. He dumps it off to McCall at the 46. He gets it to midfield before D.D. Lewis makes the tackle. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Baltimore. And that's close. Can they run? Yeah, they're going to try to pitch to the right. But Joe Washington had some monster games over the years on Monday Night Football, and he gets the first down. Harvey Martin with a tackle, a gain of 4. So what Baltimore needs to do is just control the football. A lot of running, and go from there. Hope that the Cowboys can just try to keep pace. However, that Cowboy defense is good. They play a 4-3. Ed Too Tall Jones and Harvey Martin are your defensive ends. Randy White and Jethro Pugh are your defensive tackles. The linebackers, Henderson and D.D. Lewis, who you've seen make 2 tackles already. Bob Bruning is your inside linebacker. Barnes and Kyle are your corners. Harris and Charlie Waters are your safeties. That's the Dallas defense. And you look at all the 10s there. Cliff Harris is a 10 at safety, and Randy White is a 10 at defensive tackle. 1st and 10 for Baltimore on the Dallas 46. Washington on a dive play. And that gets across the 45 to the 42-yard line of Dallas. It's a gain of 4 before Benny Barnes makes a tackle. 2nd down and 6 for Baltimore. They're going towards the outfield and the open part of the stadium. The weather, you couldn't ask for anything better on this September night. It is 72 degrees and clear. Baltimore with the wind under 10 miles an hour. McCauley on the short flat is the call. And it is complete. And it will be to the 40, inside 1st down and more to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12. D.D. Lewis with a tackle. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be 1st and 10 with 12 minutes to go. Off tackle to Washington, but there's a flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 75, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
So Coons, the right tackle, jumped. Griffin and Coons are your tackles. Huff and Pratt are your guards, and Mendenhall is your center. The guards are the better part of the Baltimore offensive line. So 1st and 15. Medium slant to Glenn Doughty is the call. Troop under pressure, throws. Doughty has it. 1st down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line before Barnes made the tackle. So Baltimore has moved the football. Troop is 3 for 3 for 35 yards. And Doughty had 19 on that. Joe Washington on a sweep to the right, to the far side, across the 15 to the 10. A little bit more. It's a gain of 8 yards. Robert Pratt, the right guard, with a huge hole. And Washington strolled right in. So 2nd and 2 from the Dallas 8. Opening drive of the game. Baltimore has it and is doing well. I'm going to try a medium short to Mac Alston, or short cross to Alston. He lost the ball. He was hit and it was dropped. So incomplete. 3rd down and 2 for Baltimore. 9:44 1st quarter. Going to go a trap left for Joe Washington. The blocking is there. And it is a 1st down. It's a gain of 3. And it'll be 1st and goal for Baltimore from the Dallas 5. Roosevelt Leaks comes in as Washington's a bit tired. Leaks from the 5, trapped to the right, and he gets nowhere. Too Tall Jones with the tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. McCauley in the short flat is the call, but Troop will keep it, and Randy White makes the tackle. It's a loss of 3 on the sack. So Baltimore really starting to fatigue. They've played almost half the quarter. This is the 12th play of the drive. Short slant to Carr is the call from the 5. Troop throws, and it's batted down by Jethro Pugh. So Baltimore will try a field goal, and just to show just how different things were then, they only have a 59% chance of making it. So Tony Linhart is the kicker, 58.8% chance of making it. Lee, the punter, is the holder, and the snapper, of course, is Mendenhall. So here's a snap. Here's the kick, and it's wide to the right. Wide right, and no score. So halfway through the first quarter, Baltimore nothing. Dallas finally gets the football. From their own 20, Roger Staubach, the quarterback. Tony Dorsett and Preston Pearson are the running backs. Drew Hill and Drew Pearson are the wide receivers. Billy Joe Dupree is your tight end. And Tony Dorsett off tackle left is the call. He gets it to the line of scrimmage in a yard more, but there's a fumble. Dutton forced the fumble, but Rafferty is the one that recovers it. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 20, and the clock will start. Donovan and Rayfield Wright are the tackles. Scott and Rafferty, another Hall of Famer, are the guards. Fitzgerald is the center. Dorsett, the audible, a screen pass to Preston Pearson, and he's got it at the 14. He gets across the line of scrimmage, and now it's a 1st down. He gets across the 35 to the 36. Staubach read the rush correctly, gave it to Pearson on the screen, and he got a gain of 16. So 1st and 10 from the Cowboys for their own 36. Here's Tony Dorsett on an off tackle run to the left. He gets across the 40-yard line for a gain of 6. Doug, not Craig Nettles, with the tackle. Pat Donovan, the other tackle's the one that opened it up. 2nd down and 4. Medium slant to Drew Pearson is the call. Staubach is pressured, but he finds Pearson across midfield. They're at Baltimore 40 before Nettles makes the tackle. It's a gain of 19. The Colts thought they were going to give it to Dorsett, and Staubach threw it. So Staubach is 2 for 2 for 35. The Cowboys are the team that should benefit the most from this expanded passing offense. So 5:19 to go, first quarter. And they're going to audible on a screen to Dorsett this time from a sweep. And Staubach didn't like what he saw, and he calls timeout. So 4:44 to go in the first quarter. No score. Dallas driving. 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 39. Be a pitch right to the near side for Dorsett. Has a block, has a 1st down, gets it across the 25 onto the dirt before Norm Thompson makes the tackle. A gain of 15 there. Dorsett, 3 carries for 21 yards in this drive. Dallas in their traditional white uniforms because Baltimore will be in the home blue. So for the first time, Dallas will play from the baseball infield. The medium hitch to Drew Hill. Staubach takes a drop. Goes for Hill, can't get it. First incompletion of the game for Dallas, 2nd down and 10. Sweep to the near or far side for Dorsett is the call. Inside the 20, gets a first down, and is hit by Bruce Laird after a gain of 11. So Dorsett, 4 carries for 32 yards. First down from the Baltimore 13. The ball placed just on the back of the pitching mound. Jim Palmer won't be able to help you now. Robert Newhouse comes in for Pearson to give the Cowboys two proper running backs. And Newhouse will go off tackle to the right. Hope he can get a hold. Inside the 10 he does. To the 5, and that's 6. That's pay dirt. Tom Rafferty's the one that ripped open the hole, and Newhouse just bolted right through. That's how you design the play, and Dallas scores. So a 13-yard touchdown, and Raphael Septien, who was the big Cowboy trade in the offseason, converts the extra point. 2:49 to go in the first quarter. It is Dallas 7, Baltimore nothing. So Johnson back to return it for Baltimore. He stands at his own 8. Kick from Septien is away. It'll be fielded by Johnson at the 5 to the 20, 25, 30. A gain of 22. Brown makes the tack. Marshall Johnson with the return. Brown makes the stop, and Johnson with a 22-yard return. So Baltimore starts this drive from their own 29-yard line. Roosevelt Leaks will try the sweep to the left, and he has a hole. 30, 35. Bob Bruning makes the tackle at the 37, a gain of 8. 2:30 to go in the first quarter and change on the 8-yard run. And try a long hitch to Carr. Troop. Barnes deflects it, incomplete. So not a good throw by Troop, but Dallas was blitzing. Actually, they weren't. It's a 4-3 basic run. Dallas had the heavy rush, and they couldn't do anything with it. 1:50 to go, first quarter. 3rd down and 2. Leaks on a pitch to the near side is the call, and he gets back to the line in a yard. He'll get a yard. Bruning with the tackle, and Leaks 3 carries for 9 yards, and Baltimore will be forced to punt. They go 3 and out. David Lee, the punter, is a good one. He should get about 44 yards on this. Johnson and Hill, that's White Shoes Johnson and Calvin Hill, Calvin Hill are the returnmen. Or Drew Hill. Calvin Hill played basketball. Dallas will field this at the 19-yard line. Punt return goes to the 25. Flag is down, and the ball is loose. But Bruning with the recovery, Marshall with the tackle, and Butch Johnson will get a return of 6 yards. So the flag is picked up. 1:08 to go. Don't spit on the monitor, on. There. And so 1st and 10 for Dallas as this drive starts from their own 23. 1:08 to go. Dorsett off tackle. Dallas leads at 7-0 to the 25. Stopped short of the 30 by Simonini, his first tackle. Rafferty again with a big hole, allowed a 6-yard gain. So 1st and 10, or 2nd and 4 for Dallas from their 29-yard line. Going to try a slant to Hill here. Staubach looks, has time, throws. Laird deflects it, but it'll hit the turf before an interception. So good hand by Laird. That's his first deflection of the game. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Newhouse on the pitch to the near side because Dallas will run it on 3rd down, but that was a bad call as Ehrman makes the tackle. So Newhouse is held to no gain. It'll be 4th and 4. And Dallas will punt to start the second quarter. Now they have the wind here and the 7-point lead. Danny White, the punter, Also, of course, it's a backup quarterback. Johnson is the punt returner for Baltimore. He stands at his own 25. They'll let this one roll. It's a good punt. And it's blown dead at the 21. It's a 50-yard punt. Washington in for McCauley. It's Washington and Leaks. And Baltimore goes to the eye. Off tackle to Washington is the call. He gets it to the 20, back to the line of scrimmage, essentially. They're spotted at the 22. It's a gain of 1. Dede Lewis with a tackle. Second down and 9. Short pass in the flat to Washington is the call. Troop is hit from behind and fumbled. Martin with the sack. Dallas recovers the fumble. Martin sacked Troop and then stripped it. And so Dallas will start at the Baltimore 15-yard line. So Dallas starts with a short field. I have a feeling this is a one-play drive. We're going to try medium cross to Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. Staubach has time. He looks, and he checked it down to Newhouse, incomplete. So Staubach is now 2 for 5. Now, as I was saying, the passing rules have been strengthened for 1978. You are not allowed to hand check after 5 yards, which started the offensive explosion. Staubach in real life took advantage of it, and tonight he should really be able to take advantage of it against Baltimore. They're set on a sweep to the left as the collie goes to the far side. He gets across the 10-yard line, not a first down, but it's a gain of 7 as Stan White makes a tackle at the 8. I'm not sure if I ever introduced the Colts defense. Dutton, they play a 4-3. How bad am I? Dutton and Cook are the defensive ends. Barnes and Ehrman are the defensive tackles. White and Shriver, the outside linebackers for Baltimore. Simonini is the inside linebacker. Thompson and Nettles, the corners. Blackwood and Laird are your safeties. 3rd down and 3 for Dallas from the Baltimore 8. Dorsett on a dive. No, Staubach on a busted play. And it's a fumble. Cook strips it. Baltimore has it. Shiver. The outside linebacker recovers. So, a opportunity wasted by Dallas. Tom Landry just shakes his head. Dallas would have at least had 3, but they get nothing out of here. 13-12 first quarter, second, or for 13-12 and a half. Dallas 7, Baltimore nothing. Leaks on a sweep to the left. They spot it at their own 9-yard line. He gets across the 10 before Randy White makes the tackle at the 12-yard line. So Troop 3 for 6 for 35. And on 2nd and 7, it'll be Joe Washington on a trap play, and he gets a first down. He gets it to the 19-yard line. He'll spot it at the 20. Harvey Martin on the tackle. Matt Alston, the tight end, was the one that made the big block. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts at their own 20. Carr and a medium cross is the call. Troop has time. Finds Carr at the 30. First down before Kyle makes a tackle. It's a gain of 14. And Baltimore has it on their own 34. They're marching under 11 and a half to go here in the first half. Washington, pitch to the far side. Has some room. Over the 40. And he has a first down. It's a gain of 11. Cowboys still playing pass. Mac Alston, again the tight end, with a big hole. Colts 12 rushes for 53 yards. Cowboys 9 rushes for 57. It will help Troop to be able to depend on that running game. So they're going to try a short cross to Mac Elson as a thank you for his job, and it's incomplete. Harris with the coverage on the play, and Troop just made a terrible throw. So 2nd down and 10. Leaks on a trap left, and he gets it across the 45, nearly midfield. A gain of 4. Too Tall Jones with the tackle. Bruning had the initial hit on him, and Leaks dragged Bruning until Ed Jones could make the play. Cowboys were blitzing and doubling Carr. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. And for the first time, Baltimore goes 3 wide. Washington is a setback. Mike Siani is the 3rd receiver. And they're going to try and medium out. Troop has time, checks it down, or throws to Siani, who dropped it. He just plain dropped it. It'll be 4th and 6, and again, Baltimore forced to punt from nearly midfield. David Lee comes out. Cowboys will call for the fair catch at the 15-yard line, or at the 12. So Butch Johnson calls for the fair catch, and that will do it. 9:13 to go, first half. Dallas 7, Baltimore nothing. It's Tony Hill, Ron. Calvin's father, not Drew. All right. Anyway, we're going to do a pass play. Medium fly is the call. Staubach takes a long drop and a long look, and he checks it down to Dorsett, who catches it before Stan White makes the catch. A gain of 5, or Stan White makes the tackle. A gain of 5. Dorsett's first catch of the year. 2nd down and 5. Newhouse on a sweep right is the call. He gets it to the near side, and does he get a first down before Shiver makes the tackle? No, just short. A gain of 5 on the play, but they're short of the first down. 3rd and inches from the Dallas 22. Dorsett off tackle left. And Baltimore read that one correctly. Does he get the first down? No, it's a loss of 1. Baltimore played for the run, and Keith Dorsett and Mike Barnes made the tackle. John Fitzgerald could not handle his blocker. Or could not handle the block, and Dallas was forced to punt. So Baltimore gave up the field position, but they're going to get decent field position on the punt return. Here's White. Has the wind, gets it away. Good kick. 35, fair catch. So Marshall Johnson will take the fair catch at the 34-yard line. Right on the hole behind second base, just between where the grass and the infield dirt are. The Colts are on the dirt, the Cowboys are on the grass. 1st and 10 for Baltimore as it's Washington off tackle left. And he tries to cut towards the sidelines, gets a gain of 3 before Randy White makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Baltimore. Tuesday afternoon at lunchtime. No, as soon as I can figure out how to YouTube gets the right name for this. It's right on my X stream, but YouTube has this as a test, and it's not. So Tuesday's lunchtime game is the Holy Roller game. That's Tuesday, September 11th at 12 noon. Oakland Raiders and San Diego Chargers. That's our lone Week 2 telecast. Slant to Carr on 2nd. Medium slant to Carr on 2nd and 7. Troop throws. There's a penalty flag down.
Intentional grounding.
Oh, and he threw it away.
Number 12, 10-yard penalty, loss of down.
He set it up, but he didn't get outside the tackle box with it. And so that's a ticky-tack penalty. Ted Marchibroda, who was the head coach of Baltimore, doesn't like it at all. But it is what it is. And it'll be 3rd down and 17. And they're going to do a check down to Washington in the flat. Washington has it at the 24. Does he have any room? Yeah, he gets across the 30, but that's about it. It's a gain of 5 before Thomas Henderson makes the tackle. And the Colts will have to punt 4th and 12, 6:48 to go in the half. Again, David Lee comes out. White Shoes Johnson goes from the 33. He makes the catch, gets to the 40. It's a return of 10. Nettles with a tackle. And they'll spot it at the Dallas 41. Butch Johnson, 2 returns for 16 yards. So 1st and 10 for Dallas. And again, a medium slant to Tony Hill. Let's see what Staubach can do. He is rushed. He gets it to Hill on the Baltimore side of the field. Inside the 40. It's a gain of 22 as Norm Thompson makes a tackle at the Baltimore 37. So Dallas, good first down call. Staubach 4 for 7 for 62 yards. Going to go Newhouse off tackle right. And across the 35, onto the diamond. At the 31, it's a gain of 6. Shivers. Sanders Shivers with the call. Might be Shiver. Anyway, Newhouse, 4 carries, 24 yards. 2nd down and 4, Dallas driving. Dorsett on the Packer sweep to the far side. And that one was read all the way by Doughton and company. And that's a loss of 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Dallas. From the Baltimore 35. Johnson in as a 3rd receiver. And he'll try it on the short slant. Staubach looks, throws. Johnson inside of the 25. It's a 1st down to the 20-yard line, or the 21-yard line, before Doug Nettles makes the tackle after a gain of 14. So 1st and 10 for Dallas. 3:56 to play, 1st half. They stay with 3 wide. Off tackle left to Preston Pearson is the call to the 20. And it's a gain of 2 before Simon Inney makes the tackle. That's his 2nd. Pearson's 1st run of the year. 2nd down and 8. Just about 3 minutes to go in the 1st half. I'm going to go Pearson in the flat this time on 2nd down. Staubach's throw. Pearson has it. Runs inside the 20. Gets inside the 10. They're going to spot it 1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 10. Stan White on the tackle. So Dallas moving the football quite well. Staubach 6 of 9 for 86. The Cowboys rushing 14 times for 65 yards and 6 points. Going to go to a pitch to the far side to Dorsett. And this time he gets it back to the line of scrimmage and no gain. Ozadowski with the tackle. Mike Ozadowski with the tackle for Baltimore. And we'll hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and goal from the 9. Newhouse on a trap right. And this time he gets a hole and he scores. John Fitzgerald ripped a hole open, and Newhouse for the 2nd time just played follow the leader, and it's 13-0 Dallas. The kick is up, and it's good. So with 1:49 to go, Dallas leads Baltimore 14-0. Septien will kick. Retrieve from the goal line to the 10. 15-20, good return across the 30. A gain of 32. So Marshall Johnson having a good time with the blocks. Baltimore goes 3 wide. They want to get something on the board. Not sure their field goal kicking isn't good, but they got to get something going. Troop, the quarterback, 5 for 11 for 54 yards. Going to try the long cross to Alston, but the play is flagged.
Start. Offense. Number 75, 5-yard penalty. Repeat
It's a
first
second
down.
penalty on Coons. So Baltimore starts it from their own 27, 1st and 15. They do have all 3 timeouts. Joe Washington on the screen is the call. Dallas is in a nickel, and it's incomplete. So second down and 15 from their own 27. Dowdy on the short slant. Dallas again in the nickel. Dowdy has it at the 35. There's a flag down. Barnes with the tackle.
Offense, number 62,
Oh, goodness gracious.
penalty.
That's a 10-yard penalty on a 12-yard pass play. So in effect, that's a 22-yard swing for Dallas. Not what you want to see. How you doing, Higher Ground? Good to have you with you. I don't know why it misnamed the stream on my recorder. It has it right. This was going to be a Saturday night special, but it doesn't have it right. But thanks for being with us. I appreciate it. Second and 25 for Baltimore on their own 17. Dallas leading 14-0. Waning minutes of the first half, a minute 24. Higher Ground says, go Cowboys. Well, you should be quite happy. Dowdy on a medium slant. Troop to throw. He's pressured. This time Dowdy has it. He gets to the 30 before Barnes makes the tackle. Dallas calls timeout a minute 14. Third and 10. If it's done right, Dallas should get the ball, but they won't have any timeouts. And seeing that, still Washington on it. No. They're going to do a screen pass to Washington on the audible. See if that was the right call. No, it wasn't. In fact, that was the worst call because it stops the clock at a minute 3. So David Lee out to punt again. Let's see what happens. The punt is away. It's going to be probably returned. Johnson at the 28 to the 30. He gets it to the 35. 42-yard punt, 7-yard return. 58 seconds to go in the half. Dallas at their own 33. So let's see what Staubach can do to get them into field goal range. Let's try a medium hitch to Drew Pearson. Staubach hits Pearson at midfield. Nettles makes the tackle. It's a gain of 16. With a one timeout, they'll stay in this formation, but go in a hurry up. Dorsett on the screen to the near side. Staubach flush. Dorsett has it. Doesn't get a lot of, but he makes his own room. He gets a first down and more inside the 30, or 40 to the 37. And Dallas is forced to call timeout. Yeah, 78. This is a replay of the. Like I said, I wish that the stream that YouTube matched what XSplit tells it. This is a Week 1 78 replay. Last Saturday night I did New York and Tampa because it was a Saturday night game, and we're doing these at lunchtime, Guy, on Tuesdays at least. And next Tuesday we'll do Oakland and Baltimore. I did Oakland and Denver on Tuesday. So if you go back through, that's what this should have been. All right, 18 or 15 seconds to go. Okay, so we got to do. No, don't stay in. Head out of bounds. Staubach's got to pass it. Short out to Dupree. They want to get this closer if they can. Staubach delivers. Dupree has it. He has to get out of bounds. He gets inside the 20, and with 5 seconds left, he does get out of bounds at the 17-yard line. So Staubach with the quick drop found Billy Joe Dupree. Lyle Blackwood with the tackle, and they will have a field goal with 5 seconds left to go in the first half. So Rafael Septien, who was the Rams kicker, if you remember correctly, in 77, has a 76% chance of making this. It'll be from 34 yards. So he'll actually will be kicking this from the infield dirt. Not that it matters. Danny White is your holder.
Encroachment. Defense.
And,
that
actually works out a lot better because now As Odazowski makes the move of touching somebody, not only did he get 5 yards, you now make that kick from the grass. It's tempting from the 12 to actually just run a play here, but you only have one. You want the points. Dallas will get the football to start the second half. So again, the kick is down, and it's right down Broadway with 1 second left. It's Dallas 17, Baltimore nothing. So we'll take time for the kick. Septien boots it away. Baltimore, unless they score here, it won't matter. Don't get a penalty. Just don't get hurt. All right. We've reached the end of the first half. The Dallas will have the football at 17-0. And I'll let you look at the halftime stats here for a second. Yeah, please join us. We do mostly a radio call because people are trying to work. Al's the one that suggested it, Higher Ground, that I try to do more of these live, and it's a case of I'm still getting used to the software and all that. So I'm streaming live on that, and so glad to have you aboard. Okay, so let me do the stats real quick, and I'll take a drink. Dallas has 12 first downs to Baltimore 7. Baltimore's actually run more plays, believe it or not. They've had the ball 16-19, and Dallas is 13-41. Dallas has had the ball in the red zone 4 times, but only had 3 scores. Remember, or if you're just joining us, if you're watching this live, they fumbled on their own 8-yard line. That was a Dallas turnover. Baltimore's had 5 penalties for 35 yards. Dallas has fumbled the ball 3 times. But on the important scoreboard, it's 17-0. Dorsett 9 carries for 40 yards. He's caught 2 for 19. Robert Newhouse 5 carries for 33. They've not had to go the air all that often, but they haven't had to. Troop, who is Baltimore's starting quarterback because Burt Jones is hurt, has held his own, 6 for 14. Leaks Washington, the primary running backs for Baltimore. Passing game has been pretty much non-existent. Live eventually will get you some good results as far as people coming in. It allows you to talk with people during the game and adds another element. I'm going to try to drink out of this water glass without spilling it on myself. There's a good reason I don't have a camera on. As you listen to this, come on. I had this earlier, but I wasn't trying to record before. I should just snip a couple inches off that. That'll work. All right, second half. Dallas to get the football. White Shoes Johnson stands on his 8. Tony Leinhardt is ready to kick it off. Kick is away. On this beautiful night in Baltimore, one of the Upmen has it for Dallas, and he gets to the 25-30, 35-40. It's a fumble. Blackwell with the return. Newhouse recovers it. Orvis with the forced fumble at the 40-yard line. So that's where Dallas starts their first drive in the second half. The weather, if you joined us late, it's a gorgeous night here in Baltimore. Winds about 5 miles an hour, 72 degrees and clear. Howard Cosell's toupee not going anywhere tonight. And it's not tackle left at Dorsett. Baltimore had him played pretty well in the second quarter, but not that play. It's a gain of 7 before Stan White makes a tackle. Pat Donovan with a big hole. That's his second. He and Rayfield Wright are the tackles. 17 runs for the Cowboys, and they're getting nearly 5 yards a catch or run. Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 64, 5-yard penalty.
Rafferty moved early in what was going to be a short little dump off to Newhouse to try to throw Baltimore off. Instead, Newhouse will try to go the trap left. He gets it to the 45. That was actually a good call. White with the tackle. That's his 5th. And Newhouse gets a gain of 4. So 3rd and 4 for Dallas from their own 46. Short slant to Billy Joe Dupree is the call. Staubach has time, but he has to check down. Tries for Dorsett, incomplete. Best coverage for Baltimore tonight, and Dallas is forced to punt. Out comes Danny White. Johnson stands there at the 9-yard line for Baltimore. And he will call for the fair catch. And Baltimore starts this drive on their 9. A 45-yard punt, no return. So Leaks and Joe Washington, the 2 setbacks for the Colts. Carr and Dowdy, the receivers for Baltimore. Mac Alston, the tight end, and Troop, who has been a trooper. What a tough test to go against the Doomsday defense. Washington on a sweep left is the call, and he doesn't get anywhere before Too Tall Jones knocks him down at the line of scrimmage. That's his 4th tackle. 13-11, 3rd quarter. And try a Leaks off tackle left. And Leaks gets across the line of scrimmage and a gain of 4 before Randy White makes the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Baltimore from their own 13-yard line. Not a lot for the Colts to cheer about tonight. They have run the ball okay, but this is a complete mismatch at quarterback. Slant to Carr is the call. Troop has time. He flicks it. Kyle deflects it, incomplete. No catch. Aaron Kyle with his first deflection, and Bill Troop has just got it as he unstraps the helmet, just has to be shaking his head. So Baltimore will punt. Out comes David Lee, and he gets that one off the side of his foot. That's short. Dallas is going to start this drive inside midfield to the 40, to the 30.
Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
It was Hill on the return, a 13-yard return play, but Kyle with the hold. And so instead of starting this inside Baltimore territory, it'll be on the Dallas 37. So Staubach is going to try the bomb to Hill on 1st down. He throws, deflected by Thompson, incomplete. Thompson got a hand in there, and Dallas was lucky that wasn't intercepted. Norm Thompson, the left cornerback, on the deflection. So Staubach didn't like that play call to begin with. But Tom Landry calls the plays. Trap right to Dorsett. And Tony gets it to the 40 before Shiver makes the tackle. Sanders Shiver with 3 stops on the day. Dorsett 11 carries for 49 yards for Dallas. 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Dallas goes 3 wide. Short hits to Drew Pearson is the call. Staubach finds Pearson in stride of midfield. And Mumford makes the tackle, but not before it's a gain of 11. They spot the ball at the 50. First tackle for Lloyd Mumford. 10:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dallas driving again. They lead 17-0. Newhouse on the trap left. And he finds some room. He has a 1st down and more. 35-30. Inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Simonini makes the tackle. That's his 3rd. Newhouse has 7 carries for 60 yards. Barnes limps off the guard. Well, he should be back in a couple plays. 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 27. Dorsett will go off tackle right. Is the blocking there? Yes, inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12. Shiver with the tackle. Rayfield right sets the path for Dorsett, who has 12 carries for 61 yards. So Dallas now averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. Medium cross for Tony Hill on 1st and 10. Staubach overlooks things, finds Hill at the 2, and he scores. So it's 23-0 on the touchdown pass from Roger Staubach. And so the Cowboys have been in the red zone 4 times tonight, and they've turned it into 24 points. It's good. Except the end hit. That was Stan Barnes from Baltimore who limped off. So with 9:01 to go in the third quarter, it's Dallas 24, Baltimore nothing. And Septien gets a foot into this one. Baltimore returns it from their 2 to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. A good return. Johnson with the return. Alvin Bethea with the tackle at the 33. A 31-yard return. Yeah, I think the route is on. I expected that. Normally, when I do a replay of any sort, not that they ever get finished, I always start with always make sure in that first game or the first week, the defending champion is featured. And in this case, it's Dallas. So even I knew that Baltimore wasn't very good in '78. They don't have Burt Jones most of the year, which is too bad because Baltimore was a playoff team in '76 and '77. But without Jones, they just weren't much of anything, and you could really tell. Completely outmatched by the Cowboys. I'm going to try a pitch to the far side for Washington, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Harvey Martin. The basic zone key, and it's a loss of 7. And when Joe Washington can't do anything, you're in deep doo-doo. Roosevelt leaks on the dive. Maybe they can get something that way. No, Jethro Pugh with a tackle, no gain. That's Pugh's first stop of the year, so 3rd down and 17. I'm going to do a screen to Washington to see how far they can get. Troop delivers, deflected by Waters, and nearly intercepted. I think Waters had a hand on it and started to see that ugly design in the end zone, and his eyes got real big. Anyway, Baltimore's going to have to punt. David Lee gets it away. It's a good punt. Backs up the returner inside the 20. That's a great punt. There's a flag down. Well, they pick up the flag. Hill was back there. It was a 61-yard punt, dead to the 13-yard line. So 7:13 to go in the third quarter. Dallas starts this drive deep in their own territory. Newhouse off tackle right is the call. Newhouse doesn't get anywhere. Fred Cook with a tackle brings him down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. The Cowboys, of course, in real life made the Super Bowl this year. It would be their second against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Miami, and they both were very memorable. The first one, both won by the Steelers. This is the year that Jackie Smith dropped the touchdown in the end zone. And as Fred Lundquist said on the radio, and you've heard a million times on the NFL Films highlight film, bless his heart, he's got to be the sickest man in America. Well, probably was that day. Dorsett on a sweep to the far side. Gets it to cross the 10, has room, gets a 1st down and more to the 25-yard line before Simonini makes the play. A gain of 12. This Dallas offensive line just ripping holes left and right. John Fitzgerald made the key block that time, the center. Dallas has run it 23 times for 134 yards. Staubach 11 for 16 for 162. My favorite Super Bowl was in 7. Yeah, that's the one that they beat Denver. Denver really came out of nowhere to make that, but kind of like what they're doing to the Colts tonight. The defense just ate Craig Morton alive at the Superdome. Would be the first time that happened in a Super Bowl. And is eating the inexperienced troop tonight for Baltimore. Now, let's see, what am I calling here? 1st and 10. Dupree and a medium cross. Staubach has time, but it is a forced fumble. What actually happened? Staubach trying to run, White pulled him down. Dallas keeps possession. It's a sack for Stan White, and it's a loss of 8. So you get me yapping over here, and bad things happen to Dallas. Second down and 18 from their own 17. Going to go Newhouse on the trap to the right. Newhouse gets it to the 20 and not much more before Shiver makes the tackle at the 20 for a gain of 3. So third down and 15. Preston Pearson short pass in the flat is the call. Staubach delivers. Pearson has it. Gets to the 25 to the 30. He has a first down and more. He's knocked down at the 36-yard line by Nettles. And so Pearson has 3 catches for 46 yards, or no, 42 yards. And it'll be first and 10 for Baltimore. They stay in that formation, and Pearson goes on off tackle left. And Odzowski makes the tackle after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. So it's a good balance for Dallas. Oops. Yeah, Dallas lost a couple heartbreakers in the late 70s. So the Rams, which was the Steelers' 4th Super Bowl. That's the closest we've ever had to a home team hosting a Super Bowl game. That game was at the Rose Bowl, and the Rams played at the LA Coliseum. It was their last year there. Second down and 8. Dorsett on a trap to the right. And this time he doesn't have much room. Ehrman makes the tackle. Dorsett was injured, but he's walking off. And so Laidlaw will be the running back with Newhouse. No real concern on the Dallas sideline about what's going on. Medium cross to Tony Hill is the call. Staubach is flushed. He throws. It's intercepted by Thompson. So Norm Thompson gets it at the 49. No return. And how about that? So Baltimore catches a break. Dallas has turned it over twice. Baltimore once, but Dallas leads by 24. Let's see if Troop can get something going here. He's going to look at Roger Carr. And they agree on a medium slant. But Dallas blitzes, so it'll be a screen pass to Washington. You don't want to get it picked. Washington has it. Across midfield to the 40. First down. Benny Barnes makes a tackle at the 38. So Joe Washington, 2 catches for 16 yards and a rare Baltimore first down. They've had 8 today compared to Dallas's 16. They're trying hard. But this was an uphill, even at home, this was an uphill climb from the start. Washington on a trap right. Across the 40 to the 35 before D.D. Lewis makes a tackle, a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Leaks on a fullback dive. Brings it up the middle. Harvey Martin with a tackle, a gain of 3. Leaks 8 carries for 23 yards. 3rd and 3 from the Dallas 31. If you're thinking about field goal, it's a 7% chance of making it. Leinart was a straight ahead kicker. Baltimore's into the wind. I mean, it's possible, but not probable. So Baltimore needs a play for 3 yards. Mac Alston on the short hitch, the tight end, is the call. Troop is flushed. He throws. Dowdy has it. First down. So Troop read the blitz coming, scrambled, found Dowdy open, and hit him for a first down at the Dallas 23. First and 10. Baltimore may actually get on the board here, boys and girls. Leaks on a trap to the right. And he gets it to the 20 before Harvey Martin makes a tackle. 18 on the play. And Baltimore will not run another play. They go to the 4th quarter. They now have the wind. But Dallas has the lead, 24-0. So 2nd down and 5 for Baltimore. Washington on a pitch to the near side is the call. And he has a first down. He has it to the 10. He gets it to the 5-yard line before Benny Barnes makes the tackle. So another good call. They go triple tight end. Washington is a lone setback. Let's see what they can figure out. It'll be a pitch to the left. So pitch to the near side. Let's see if the blocking is there. It is not. Bruning makes the tackle out of bounds at the 9, and it's a loss of 4. So Roosevelt at least comes back in the game. That's not what they needed. If they weren't going to score, they wanted to get closer. Mac Olson, a short cross through the end zone is the call. Troop delivers. Henderson deflects it, and Kyle picks it off on the goal line. Technically the 2-yard line. Aaron Kyle preserves the shutout for the Cowboys for the moment. And that's huge. So Staubach and his troops will start at their 2-yard line. 13:54 to go in the game. Yeah, that's a wow. Double tight end set. I formation. So Pearson and Dorsett are the red running backs. And we're going to go trap right to Dorsett. Just get out of the shade of the end zone. They do not. Ehrman with a tackle. He gets back to the line. 2nd down and 10. We're going to go Pearson off tackle left, and he gets it to the 5-yard line before Shiver makes the tackle. And Dallas can go with the normal formation from the 5. So we may beat out a moral victory here for Baltimore unless Dallas can convert. Dupree on a short slant. Staubach from his end zone has time, delivers. Dupree has it first down and a little bit more. Blackwood with the tackle. It's a gain of 8. So Baltimore had them pinned at the 2-yard line, and Dallas will now milk it for what it's worth. They have it at the 13. First down. Dupree, 2 catches for 28. Staubach, 13 for 19 tonight for a 186. This game has Tom Landry's fingerprints written all over it. Newhouse on the trap left. He gets it to the 15-yard line before Dutton makes the tackle. Robert, 10 carries, 65 yards. And he had 2 on that one. Short pass to Dorsett in the flat. Staubach has Dorsett by the sideline and gets it to the 20, gets a first down, 25-30. And Stan White makes the tackle at the 30-yard line. So a gain of 15 for Dorsett. Staubach now over 200 yards on the day in the air. And Dallas is doing Pac-Man. And just eating things up. Hi, Mr. Brody. How are you? Woof, woof, woof. What is Mr. Brody? What kind of dog is he? Go Pearson on a short out. Staubach again has time. This time he checks it back down to Dorsett. Dorsett draws a crowd. It's a gain of 7 before Stan White knocks him out of bounds. 2nd down and 3 for Dallas. Newhouse on a sweep to the right. Sweep to the near side is the call. Gets a hole, gets a first down before Cook makes the tackle. So a new set of downs for Dallas. 8th play of the drive coming up. On their own 41-yard line, less than 10 minutes. He's a pug. Oh, they're cute. I like pugs. Dorsett off tackle left. Has a little bit of room there before Simonini comes in. They're playing back in the pro set now, by the way. Simonini has made 6 tackles. A black pug. Even cuter. Dorsett, 16 carries for 75 yards. This is his second year in the pros, by the way. The 1976 Heisman Trophy winner from Pitt. And the other big Heisman Trophy winner, who made a big impact at a running back, played his first NFL game this week, Earl Campbell, for the Houston Oilers. So 2nd down and 8. Scott Laidlaw will come in, and he'll handle the off tackle to the right. Is the call. He gets to the 45-yard line before Cook knocks him down. It's a gain of 2. Fred Cook with the 4th tackle. Drew Pearson on the short slant is the call. Staubach has time, has Pearson. 1st down over midfield. Mumford with a tackle, a gain of 9. So this is pretty much now into pitch and catch. He'll be turning 12 in November, huh? Whenabouts in November? You know we've reached the exciting part of the evening when we're talking about pets. Emily, my dear, dear cat, not in here. The wife is home, so Emmy's keeping her company. 8:21 to go in the ball game. Laidlaw will get a trap to the right call. He doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Shiver with the tackle. It's a loss of 1. November 2nd. Okay. Mine's at 26, and that will not be 12. Dorsett trapped to the right on 2nd and 11. He gets to the 45 to 40. Inside, it's going to be close. Thompson with a tackle. It's a gain of 10. So Dorsett, 17 carries for 85 yards. And the Cowboys, it's always cool. Dorsett has an outside shot at a century. Norm Thompson has 3 tackles. And Staubach will keep it himself. Oh, he gets the 1st down easily. Oh, they're short. They're short by a few inches. Oh! First time really all day the Dallas offensive line hasn't done what they're supposed to do. So what do you do here? It's 4th and inches from the Baltimore 36. Laidlaw on a draw. Dorsett's tired. Nope, stop. It's a draw play and it's a 1st down. So Preston Pearson comes in with Laidlaw. We pretty much had the backup backfield. 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 35. 5:47 to go here. Medium slant to Tony Hill is the call. Staubach looks, throws, has Hill inside the 20. Gets it to the 15. He gets it to the pitcher's mound at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 23. So 3 catches for 60 yards for Hill. And this will be Staubach's last series. Laidlaw with a trap to the right. To the 10, to the 5, and that's 6. And the whooping, if you didn't think it was on before, it is now. Laidlaw, 4 carries for 14 yards. And that will do it. So with 4:19 to go, Dallas leads at 31-0. The kickoff by Septien is fielded at the 5-yard line on the grass. Brought to the 20, to the 30 before Marshall Johnson's knocked down by Hughes. And so Baltimore calls off the Dogs. The quarterback is Mike Kirkland. Remember, Burt Jones is hurt. Roosevelt Leaks is one running back. He was in the game anyway. And Don Hardiman is the other. The receivers, Marshall Johnson, who does a great job as the returner, is one. And Mike Ciani is your other receiver. Leaks on a trap right is the call. And he'll get it across the 30. Harvey Martin knocks him down at the 31. Dallas is now playing a blowout defense too. So as Don Meredith would say, since this is Monday night, and he would be back. This would be his first game back after a short stint at the National Broadcasting Company. And I promise I don't sing very well, but neither did Don, but he was usually pretty stewed. And I just have water. Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say all good things must end. Turn out the lights. The party's over. The Cowboys will win, my friend. Go ahead. Give me a copyright strike for that one, YouTube. Hardiman, trap right is the call. He gets it to the 30 and no more. Jethro Pugh with a tackle. In fact, it's a loss of 1. And we'll go under 3 minutes here. 3rd down and 9 for Baltimore. Drew a short slant to Marshall Johnson. Kirkland is back to throw it. Johnson actually completes it before Mark Washington makes the tackle, but it's 4th down and 2. Hopefully I didn't make the dog's ears bleed with that song. So Baltimore will punt. 2:42 to go. Week 2's game of the week is Tuesday at lunchtime, live at 11:45-ish. Punt return is rolls at the 45, or rolls at the 17 dead. Butch Johnson just picked it up. Mr. Brody howls. Oh. Yeah, I would howl too. I'm surprised the cat wasn't knocking on the door, or my wife checking to see if I was having a heart attack. So Blackwell, Dorsett's back in the game. Mike Carano is the backup quarterback. Salty, your tight end. Jay Salty. Although it's Blackwell, well, we'll give it to Dorsett one more time. Only because we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. It's a trap right to Dorsett. Dorsett has a little room. He gets to the 20, and it's a flag down. Orvis with a tackle.
Holding offense, number 71.
Well, it happens. The 17-yard change in the play. That's not what they wanted. What are we doing here? We're going to... He barks when Al gets excited. I bet he does. Al gets excited. Were you around last night, Friday night, for Al's 78 tournament for OOTP? If you Al Red Sox fan, who is a dear friend of the channel, is doing that tournament, and he had Atlanta and Philadelphia, and they played 15 or 16 innings in a one-and-done game. Atlanta won it, too. Just absolutely amazing. So we're not at the 2-minute warning yet. 1st and 9. That was something, wasn't it? Oh, man. Blackwell on a dive. And this will take us to the 2-minute warning. So as I was saying, Oakland and San Diego, Tuesday, week 2 from San Diego. And that is the infamous Holy Roller game. And then we'll take a look while you're here to see what we're going to pick for game 3. 2nd down and 17 for Dallas. They lead 31-0. Toronto will go on a dive. Picks his little hole, gets it across to the 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Dallas goes to the slowdown. Oh, Braves replay from the 90s. That'll be fun. They had some good teams. And I think probably they would be better on the tabletop winning a World Series than they were in real life. Although they won in 95 and they were the better team. 91 they should have won too, but the Twins seem to be predestined. Blackwell on a trap right here on 3rd and long. And he doesn't care if he doesn't get anywhere. 1:05 to go. Dallas will take the timeout with 26 seconds. It was one of those things. Strat 93, or maybe a decade starting with 91 with Action PC. That would be kind of fun. They were a good team in '93, but so were the Phils. I'm not sure if I don't think the Phils were illegitimate champions. '97, I think they could beat the Marlins, and I definitely think they could beat Cleveland in a rematch of that World Series. But the '90s decade, that wasn't a bad decade for baseball, especially if you're a Braves fan. Dallas will call time 4th and 15. And the reason why I call the timeout, here's a hint if you have this game. Remember, if you just run the clock, this assumes you have timeouts. Your punt will be shorter, but if you let the clock run down to 1 on the play clock and call a timeout, then it's just a normal punt. White from his end zone gets it away. Not a great punt. Baltimore will get it's a penalty, so who knows?
Running into the kicker, defense.
Oh, and Dallas
5-yard
gets a
penalty.
first down. Are you kidding me? Ehrman ran into the kicker. It's a 5-yard penalty. Dallas will accept it. Baltimore would have had the ball at midfield. Instead, it's 4th and 10. It's not. They'll still have to punt. Nothing went Baltimore's way tonight. White gets it off. And this will be returned from the 40, and that will be it. 15 seconds to go. Hardiman on a dive, and oh wow, he actually gets the first down a little bit more to the 40. Hegman makes the tackle, 1 second left. And Baltimore will take the timeout. And the only reason is they have a 4% chance of making the field goal. So why not bring Leinart out there? They have the win. This would be from 53 yards. And at least get them on the board. Well, that's why I picked it up, because I'm a Braves fan. Yeah. It's a great decade for the Braves. Leinart will try to kick this. It is long enough, but it is wide to the right. And that's it. So Dallas will win this one 31-0. And the scoring is all Dallas. Newhouse with 2 touchdown runs, one from 13, one from 9. Septien with a field goal. Staubach with a 1 touchdown pass, and then Dallas with a garbage time score. Players' stats: Staubach 17 for 23 for 240. Dallas ran it 40 times for 179 yards. Dorsett got 85 on the ground. Newhouse 69. Dorsett didn't score. Didn't work out that way. He did run for 4 first downs. Also was him and Drew Pearson had 4 catches. Hill, 60 yards, was the leading catch yardage-wise. Troop, 8 for 19. Really wasn't his fault. Talent just isn't there, and neither are the receivers. Joe Washington, 14 carries for 50 yards. Doty, 3 catches for 42. Tackles: Harvey Martin at 8 for Dallas and a sack. Randy White had 4 tackles and a sack. 3 stuffs, 2 hurries, and only the 1 turnover. That was Aaron Kyle, intercepting 1 deep in territory for Baltimore against Baltimore. Martin forced a fumble. White and I want to say Shiver had 8 tackles. White had the lone sack of the game. Thompson had the 4 tackles, a defended pass, and interception. So there you go. That's the ball game. Helps if I hit the right button. So that takes care of week 1. If you're looking back for games to watch, we did Tampa and New York, which surprisingly was a good game. Oakland and Denver, which surprisingly turned early in the second quarter. And this one, which was just pretty much no contest. So next week, our game of the week is Oakland and San Diego. The Holy Roller game, the Monday night game, Denver, Minnesota, wasn't that great. And they're not doing our Saturday night special. Dallas heads to the Giants. That should be a good one for Dallas. No real surprises in week 1. And our options for week 3, which I think I'll have to talk with the wife and when I'm doing that one, because this is all supposed to be every game on this series, Higher Ground, is supposed to be live. Nothing on tape. Let's see, we have options of Buffalo and Miami. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati was my thought. San Francisco. No, I'm not going to do San Francisco and Houston because San Francisco is terrible, and I've done Oakland twice in a row. Dallas or Los Angeles could be intriguing too. Those being the Rams. So probably so one of those. So Pittsburgh or Cincinnati or Dallas and the Rams. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging with me. Wish I gave you a better game. So Tuesday at noontime, it'll be Oakland and San Diego, and what promises to be a heck of a race in the AFC Western Division. If you forget how it went in real life, Denver did defend. They went 10-6. San Diego, Oakland, and Seattle went 9-7, and they all missed the playoffs. It was the first year of the expanded playoffs because Houston and Miami met in the wild card game. So we'll see if we can change history. Yeah, I'm thinking Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, since he was my team growing up, and Pittsburgh, of course, would win the Super Bowl. All right, hey, thanks for being with me. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're watching this later. Live football coming your way next Tuesday. And like I said, around noontime, Oakland and Kansas City. As always, thank you so much for being with us. Good night. We'll talk to you the next time.